My name is Christofalo, aka Coach Toffolo, and today I'm going to teach you about pound rest.
I'm gonna do that with Puff. Strike second more.
Wolf will be KO'd by pound rest at 36% with no rage. However, Wolf will be KO'd by pound rest at 28% with 73% rage. And that is what I want to talk about today. Okay, let's talk about why I made this video in the first place and what this video is actually going to teach you. What this video is going to give you is knowledge. The knowledge of at what percents you can use pound rest. Because this video assumes you know how to do it. But if you don't, I'll show you right now. You pound, and then you rest. However, there are two hitboxes. There's this far hitbox, which sends more diagonal. And it's a lot more DI-able. What that means is if your opponent holds away, it's really not going to combo into rest. Okay, let's talk about the close hitbox. To get the close hitbox, you need to hit the opponent very close. So like, I'd say around this distance. Any farther than that, and you're going to get this. If you're about this distance, you jump, you pound, you rest. So the main thing I would focus on is on the distance you actually are when you start your pound. It totally is possible to just react. Like, there is so much hit stun on pound that you can just straight up react to which hitbox you get. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is just hitting your pound, rest, and just doing it based on distance. And the way you can do this is with ledge trapping. Let's say you know someone's going to neutral get up. You do die for this, but if it's less stock, it's worth it. You don't die for this. Alright, so in my match against Mewtwo King, a very good ultimate player, I was able to hit the correct hitbox for this pound twice. Keep in mind there are 3 stocks in a game. Hitting that twice is 2 stocks for free. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because this isn't some sort of training room gimmick. This is a real thing that pubs need to implement into their gameplay. You need to be able to react to when you get this hitbox or when you get this hitbox. And the good thing is, it is actually very easy to do. You just need to actually be looking for it, and you have to be aware of percents. You need to be looking at your own percent to see how much rage you have. And you need to be looking at your opponent's percent to see if it's time. And it has to be like second nature for you. You pretty much have to have the pound rest percents memorized for every single character in the game. And I know this game has a lot of characters, like 80 plus characters, but it is possible. I did it. It's just hard. But if you really want to get your puff to the next level, if you really want to be a top puff, if you want to be the sickest puff in Ultimate, it's something you just got to do. But do not worry, you are not alone, because I'm about to share with you all my labbing I did for pound rest. You don't have to go and lab it for 80 characters in a row. I've already done that. All you got to do is memorize. I'm going to post 2 things in the description. I'm going to post the pound rest chart. I'm going to post my up air rest magic numbers. The second one is like, there are 7 numbers you have to memorize. It's a lot easier than 80, isn't it? And if you have those memorized, you pretty much can memorize upper rest for every character in the game. And pound rest is like upper rest, but it kills like 3% earlier. So if you memorize upper rest percents, then you know every other rest setup. So it's like this. Upper rest is the main one. That's the one you use to memorize every single rest percent in the game. Pound rest kills 3% earlier. Pivot rest kills 3% later. Dare rest kills at like 10% after upper rest. And that's how you remember all the numbers for every single rest. It's not like you have to have like over like 1,000 different entries of data in your brain. You just have to have a starting point and base everything off of that. But the first rest I want you to learn is pound rest, because that's probably the easiest and most consistent in real games. Upper rest is also very good. Please don't learn drill rest first. If you have, that is okay, because you can still use those numbers for pivot rest and stuff, which I'll show you later in episode 2 or 3. But start with pound rest. I will put all the numbers in the description. Okay, conclusion. So what do you do now that you've watched this video? First thing you do, you go to the description and you take copies for yourself of the rest percent charts. After you do that, hop into a real game. Try it. So you're on the loading screen. It shows you like Jigglypuff versus like Wolf. You look at your chart, you see the percent. You say, okay, at 36%, I'm going to try going for a pound rest in a real game. And you do it. There are many ways to hit the pound rest. Do not forget, you can do it during ledge trapping. If you read a neutral get up, a jump, a roll, even a get up attack, that one's kind of hard unless you do it from behind. You can catch rolls in neutral. Let's say you hit a backer in someone's shield and they roll towards you. That's a pound rest. You can catch just jumps out of shield, jumps in neutral. You can whiff punish with it for really slow things like Rob's spinning rotor move. That's essentially what I want you to do. Take it for a spin. Go ahead, use those pound rests, look at the charts. Subscribe for the next episode.